What is happening, you wonderful people? So last night I got a chance to watch the first 3 episodes of Andor Season 2, and in this series, the story of rebel spy Cassian Andor's formative years of the rebellion and his difficult missions for the cause. And that's all I can say without giving too much away. Let's talk about it. So with Andor, y'all know I am a huge Star Wars fan. I absolutely love Star Wars. I've seen all of the movies. I've seen a little bit of the Clone Wars. What I've seen the Clone Wars I really enjoyed. But I love almost all the films. And with season 1, I tried watching it a few times. I am going to watch it fully eventually. I promise I am. But I just have not got a chance to finish it. But going into this series, I had, as a Star Wars fan, and as someone who tried watching the first series, the first season, I didn't have any expectations, big expectations. But when they released the first trailer with that rock and roll music, I was like, okay, I actually kind of like the vibe of this. I actually really enjoyed this trailer. I think it's a good, well put together trailer. The music's a little odd, but it kind of fits with Star Wars in a way. So after watching the first 3 episodes, I have to say I'm not on board to say I fully love it yet, like everyone else, but I enjoyed it, so let's talk about it. So starting off the bat with the positives, I think if I were to rate all 3 episodes, which I liked all 3 episodes, I did enjoy them. I would say episode 1 was my favorite, then episode 2, and then episode 3. And right out of the bat, it feels like Star Wars. It felt like Star Wars. It felt like old Star Wars that we all love, know, and love. It felt like Empire Strikes Back. It felt like the OG trilogy, and that's what I absolutely loved about these 3 episodes. And there's great world building. And that's something that you always see in Star Wars, and something you need in Star Wars. And I really like the world building so far, and it has that vibe. It has that look of Star Wars. It does. And it's just, I love the aesthetic and the atmosphere, and the opening shot of episode 1 feels like Star Wars, man. It felt like it reminded me a little bit of Empire Strikes Back and one of the Alien films. Like, it reminded me of Alien and Empire Strikes Back, and I really liked that. I loved that about that. I was like, ooh, this aesthetic, this vibe, I'm really digging it. Like, this is cool. This is really cool. And the dialogue is sharp and smart. I love the dialogue in it so far. It's gritty, it's raw, it's a very well directed show. Like, it's visually, aesthetically pleasing, and it's just, you are interested in what's going on for the most part. You know what I mean? For the most part. And it's surprisingly dark. Like, it's not all the way dark, but you can tell that it's dark. You know what I mean? And I don't mean like dark as in the lighting. I mean like the storytelling and all that, and the thematic elements. And the action's good for the most part. I like the action. The performances are fantastic. I love the performances. I think Ben Mendelsohn is such a good actor, man. He's so good. He plays a great villain. He's so great as Krennic. He's actually menacing, and you actually fear him. You know what I mean? You fear him. And Diego Luna is Andor. Great casting choice. Great actor. Great character. Love his character. And it's just you feel the size and the scope just from the opening shot, and just from different shots throughout the first episode, and the second episode, and even the third episode. All these episodes, you feel the scope and size. You feel the scale. You feel how massive it is. And the story, for the most part, is intriguing. It is. And it's just, you love how each 3 episodes take place over a year. So we have the first 3 episodes that released yesterday. And then episodes 4, 5, and 6 will be next week. And then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And each 3 episodes take place over the course of 1 year. So next week, the 3 episodes we'll have next week will be a year later. And then a year later. And then a year later. And I love that. I love that concept. I love that concept overall. And it feels very visceral, bold. It feels big. And it's just, I love the sound design. The sound design's great. There's a great tone. It's very tonally consistent, I think. And there's great depth to the characters and the narrative, I feel like. And now that we talked about the positives, let's talk about the negatives. So with my negatives, I really only have 4 negatives so far. And they kind of all correlate together. They're kind of one big thing, but they are four. And I have to say, there are some pacing issues. There are some pacing issues, and it really feels slow at times. It does. And at times, it drags. It really does drag at times. And it does take a little bit to get going. Like, there were times where I really felt bored. I felt bored. And it's the thing with, like, the third episode. The third episode I was least intrigued by. The third episode, I was least interested in the third episode. Like, during the first and second episode, there are times where I was just really bored, and I'm just like, okay. But I mean, besides that, besides it being like very slow and very slow burn, besides that, I actually enjoyed it. I did, and I'm intrigued enough and interested enough to keep on watching. And that's coming from someone who is a Star Wars fan. I'm not someone watching this who has no idea what Star Wars is. I've loved Star Wars ever since I was little, fifth grade, and I'm still interested in watching the rest of the episodes. I want to see if it can get better, if it can get as good, be as good as people are saying it is, in my opinion. Because again, right now I'm not fully loving it like everyone else, but I'm still enjoying it. So yeah, it's good. So yeah, overall, the first 3 episodes of Andor, I really, really dug. And if you're a Star Wars fan, I think you are truly going to enjoy this. It actually feels very visceral. It feels very bold and big. You feel the scope. The performances are great. The dialogue is great. Maybe some pacing issues. Maybe it takes a little bit to get going. But with these 3 episodes, all 3 episodes, I am going to give each of these episodes, all 3 of them, a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed myself for the most part. And I will say, dedicate your time. I will say, dedicate your time. I feel like it's a good Star Wars project. And if you're a Star Wars fan, I think you'll definitely enjoy it because most people are enjoying it. And I'm someone who's I'm enjoying it as well. So that'll wrap up this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share this video. We are at 871 subs. Next big milestone is 900. We're reaching that quickly. And then 1K is a big one, and beyond that as well. And if you're new as well, I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, trailer reactions, movie live streams, movie news, movie rankings, all that wonderful movie stuff under the movie umbrella. And again, let's talk about it down below in the comments down below. What did y'all think about these first 3 episodes of Andor Season 2? Did y'all like them? Did y'all not like them? Is y'all's favorite episode episode 1? Is y'all's favorite episode 2? Let's talk about it down below. Keep talking movies, wonderful people. Cheers.